It's LeGarrette Blunt here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Hey, Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Alvin Johnson Jr. here, aka Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy, Mr. MicroMike, and today we're going to talk about Detroit Lions versus the New Orleans Saints, Week 4 of the NFL season, and this is going to be a big-time game for both teams are 1 and 2, looking to get to 500. These teams do not want to start 1 and 3, and both are looking for a victory against two teams that historically always put up good games, big time numbers. In this video, we're going to do breakdown, analysis, and prediction of player v player analysis and give you an idea of what possibly could take place. Lions and Saints, Week 4. Let's start with the quarterback position. You have Matthew Stafford for the Detroit Lions, 811 yards, 62.3 completion percentage, 5 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Matthew Stafford in the first 2 games was a little bit off because Kenny Gallaudet, his #1 target, was not available. Week 3, Matthew Stafford looked a little bit better, throwing the ball well, more separation by his wideouts and targets via tight ends, and it helped his numbers out. His completion percentage went up. However, he has made a couple of errant throws, throwing behind and above the wide receiver, sometimes his back foot. He is Matthew Stafford. Let's jump to Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints. He's 73 for 104, 760 yards, 70.2 completion percentage, 6 touchdowns to 1 interception. Drew Brees has looked good. He's had a little bit of rust here and there, but overall, he is a really good quarterback, and his numbers are showing it. Yes, the team is 1 and 2, but we cannot throw all the blame at Drew Brees. His completion percentage is high up there. 6 touchdowns to 1 interception is a good ratio. And of course, the guy is still throwing very well on his targets. The ball is in the windows, and he is doing a great job. When it comes to comparison, I give a 0.5 advantage to Drew Brees. His accuracy is still a little bit better than Matthew Stafford's, and his completion percentage is a little bit up. Let's jump to the running back position. We're going to start the Detroit Lions here, who have Adrian Peterson. He is 43 for 209 yards, 4.9 average with 0 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson is 35, yet he has looked very good and strong at his age. He is doing well by getting the yardage, nearly 5 yards a carry, still pushing strong like old. He's hitting the holes, he's finding the holes, and he is dominating when he gets to the second level. Adrian Peterson is a force to reckon with, and the New Orleans Saints defensive line and linebacking core best pay attention. We're going to jump to Alvin Kamara. He's 31 for 153, 4.9 yards a carry as well, and 3 touchdowns. He is one of the best running backs in all of the NFL. This guy is explosive, fast, and if he gets in the open field, good luck. The Detroit Lions front 7 is very susceptible from getting hit by the running back position. To me, this is an epic mismatch for the Detroit Lions front 7 versus Alvin Kamara. The Lions front 7 is going to have their handful, and I'm going to give this a 1.5 advantage to the New Orleans Saints. Folks, if you've not turned on your notifications, turn on the notification bell. Why? Because I'm going to be live streaming, watch party, play-by-play, Detroit Lions versus New Orleans Saints, game audio, and breaking down what just took place. If you're unable to watch the game, jump in here where you can listen to it and get the full experience live. If you still got it, hey, no problem. Turn off the audio on your TV and you can listen to it. If not, the chat is always having fun and we're having a great time. So turn on the notifications. Enjoy me Sunday. Let's get to the wide receiver core. We're going to start with the Detroit Lions wide receiver, Kenny Gallaudet. Now you're going to see the yards here not high. 7 for 57, 9.5 average with 1 touchdown. Why? because he's been injured the first 2 weeks, and week 3 he just showed up versus the Arizona Cardinals, and his presence was felt. He opened up the whole offense for the Detroit Lions. The New Orleans Saints defense need to pay attention, because without Kenny Gallaudet, the separation wasn't there when it comes to Marvin Jones Jr., Deep Ball Hall, and the rest of the wideouts. With Kenny Gallaudet on the field, the whole field is open regarding the wide receiver position. Pay attention to Kenny Gallaudet. We're going to jump to the wide receiver, Trey Kwan Smith, for the New Orleans Saints. 10 for 14, 132 yards, 13.2 yards a carry with 0 touchdowns. I'm just going to say he's a good wide receiver, very good, matter of fact. But what's going to make him even better is the fact their #1 guy, Michael Thomas, is a good chance he's going to be playing. With those two on the field, major issues for the Detroit Lions secondary. Hopefully, the Detroit Lions will get their cornerback back in Desmond Trufant and match him up with Amani Oruwariye and Jeffrey Okudah. This is a young secondary minus Desmond, but they're going to have their hands full with one of the best wide receivers in the game with Michael Thomas. Advantage, draw. I think the both wide receivers for this team is going to be a fantastic matchup to watch out. Draw in this case. Let's talk about the tight ends for each team. We're going to start with TJ Hockenson of the Detroit Lions. TJ Hockenson is 13 for 171 yards, 13.2 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. He is having a monster year and definitely coming to his own for his sophomore season. TJ Hockenson has been a mismatch in terrorizing the middle of defenses. He seems to always be open, and he is catching everything that comes his way. He is a mismatch for linebackers and safeties, and he is making it known. He is definitely a threat in the red zone, and the New Orleans Saints are going to have their hands full with TJ Hockenson. The New Orleans Saints have a very good tight end as well as Jared Cook. He's 9 for 15 for 114 yards. 12.7 yards a carry with 1 touchdown. Jared Cook, again, is a very good tight end, and the Detroit Lions' issue is in the middle. I believe the New Orleans Saints are going to attack the Lions in the middle. Jared Cook is a body they need to pay attention to. Drew Brees will get the ball out to him, and it is going to hurt our linebacking core. Jared Cook will get his on Sunday. To me, I'm going to give the Detroit Lions only a 0.5 advantage here, not because of the talent of TJ Hockenson, but the fact that the Lions linebacking core is still got to prove it in the middle, and I know Drew Brees will attack it. However, TJ Hockenson is extremely talented, and I think he does have a 0.5 advantage. Who will win this game? The Detroit Lions versus the New Orleans Saints. Smash Hulk Bust that like button. When you smash it, it helps bring the algorithm out, and I want to know who is going to win. So place that in the comment section. Let me know what fan you are of a team. Hashtag Lions or Saints. Let's get it and have some fun. Now let's go to defense. So we're going to jump to the Detroit Lions front 7 and give you an idea of what we're looking at here. For the Detroit Lions, they have Jelani Tavai, who's 7 solo tackles, 5 assists with a total of 12. They also have Jared Davis, 5 solo, 5 assists with a total of 10. However, when it comes to Jared Davis, his playing time has dropped dramatically, so we may not see him on the field a lot. New Orleans Saints fan, pay attention to that, as he may not be on the field a lot for your tight ends and to stop your running back. Danny Shelton, the interior defensive lineman, 4 solo assisted with a total of 10. He's done decent, but he's still going to get beat up again in the middle when it comes to run game. Alvin Kamara versus Shelton will be nice to watch. The Detroit Lions linebacker, Jamie Collins, 6 solo, 7 assisted, total of 13, and 1 interception. Jamie Collins played now 2 games as he was thrown out of the game week 1, initially in the first quarter. When it comes to Jamie Collins, he's starting to really build upon this defense. He's covering a lot better, and he did get an interception. That is an individual that the Saints offense need to pay attention to. Christian Jones, 5 solo, 5 assisted with a total of 10. He is not the best linebacker in the world, New Orleans Saints fans. He is an individual that you want to target when it comes to crossing routes for your offensive weapons. Trey Flowers for the defensive end for the Detroit Lions, 5 solo, 8 assisted with a total of 13 and 1 sack. Trey Flowers is really the guy when it comes to getting after the quarterback for the Detroit Lions. And when you see 1 sack, Yes, that's 1 sack is not good enough. The issue for the Detroit Lions is getting after the quarterback upon the defensive line. They did improve against the Arizona Cardinals, but they must continue to show improvement against the New Orleans Saints. Let's jump to the New Orleans Saints front seven. We'll start with Demario Davis, 16 solo, 5 assisted, total of 21 tackles and 2 sacks. Very much of a playmaker right here. They got their hands full upon that offensive line. They need to pay attention to this guy. He is getting after the quarterback and he's terrorizing. He is a very good player for the front seven of the New Orleans Saints. Alex Anzalone, 4 solo, 8 assisted, total of 12 with 0 sacks. Very good player for them as well. That is what the Lions need to pay attention to. How can they stop this guy? What can they do to get the run up the middle and get past the line? They also got Cameron Jordan. We all know who Cameron Jordan is. 4 solo, 5 assisted, 13 total. Cameron Jordan is still a monster, even though his sack numbers are not there. They really need to pay attention to this guy, as well as Trey Henderson, 10 solo, 0 assisted, but 2 sacks. He's getting after the quarterback. This offensive line needs to pay attention to, because if we don't hold them back, Stafford's going to get hit. We've seen there's a little susceptible to that, even though the offensive line is a plus for the Lions, but they need to pay attention to these guys. It's an underrated defense, in my opinion. Malcolm Roach, 4 solo, 3 assisted, 7 total with 1 sack. Again, these guys are getting after it. Same with David Onyemata. I am sorry I destroyed that name. 3 solo, 3 assisted, 6 total with 1 sack. They got a good front seven. The Lions offensive line needs to pay attention here. This is to determine who's going to be the right tackle for Detroit. Is it going to be Terrell Crosby, who we did last week? Is it going to be Halapaludi Vaitai? We'll see. I'm starting to think it's going to be Terrell Crosby. So New Orleans Saints fans, pay attention to who the Lions offensive lines. I will give an update before the game, so check out the live show on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be fun. Subscribe to my channel. When it comes to the front seven, I am giving a 1-point advantage to the New Orleans Saints here. Their front seven is still a little bit better. Even though the Lions played better week 3, I'm not 100% sold on it. I still think the front seven New Orleans Saints is a little bit better. They've won against good offenses. Let's go to the secondary, and we're going to start with the Detroit Lions here. They got safety Tracy Walker, 19 solo tackles, 4 assisted with a total of 23. He's a very good safety for the Detroit Lions. He's a good complementary piece back there to help stop the run if need be, and obviously cover. He's a young up-and-comer player, year 3. That is an individual that Saints fans should pay attention to, as well as safety Deron Harmon. The Lions, again, traded for this guy this offseason. 10 solo tackles, 4 assists, total of 14, but he does have 1 interception off a deflection. He got an interception this past game against Kyler Murray. He showed that he's got decent hands if the ball is near him, so he's a good piece for the secondary. The Detroit Lions have some cornerbacks here. Obviously, we're going to start with Jeff Okudah, who's 13 solo, 0 assisted, 1 interception. He had a rough game the first week he played. That was last week against the Green Bay Packers. He got beat up a little bit. The second week, he got beat up. This last game, he got beat up a little bit, got beat. However, he has really shown his speed and flash. He did some great tackles to stop the run, and he got a fantastic interception. He's very quick to jump a route, so pay attention to that. Also, the Detroit Lions have Amani Oruwariye, 9 solo, 0 assists with a total of 9. He is a sophomore cornerback. He's really developed into his own. A good piece for the Lions secondary. Good young cornerback group for Detroit Lions. They also have Daryl Roberts. He is 8 solo, 0 assists, total of 8. Not the best cornerback in the league, but he may not be playing because the Detroit Lions veteran Desmond Trufant probably is a go for this, and he's going to be key matched up against Michael Thomas. This is going to be interesting to watch. These two go at it. New Orleans Saints secondary, you got Malcolm Jenkins, 14 solo, 8 assisted, 22 total with 1 sack. Very good safety, one of the better in the league. The Detroit Lions offense better pay attention to him. If not, Matthew Stafford could be throwing some errant throws and get turnovers. You got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's 15 solo, 3 assisted, total of 18. Another good safety for that team. Good complementary piece. Again, he's getting the tackles, he's getting the hits, and he is definitely covering is not too bad. They got cornerback Janoris Jenkins, 15 solo, 5 assists, a total of 20 with an interception. Matthew Stafford, pay attention to this guy. He can get the ball. Turnovers win the game. They got Marshawn Lattimore, 13 solo, 2 assists, a total of 13. A good piece for that cornerback position. P.J. Williams, 6 solo, 3 assists, total of 9. Not the greatest in the world. And this is going to be a good matchup to see. Detroit Lions wide receivers versus the cornerbacks of New Orleans Saints and vice versa. However, when it comes to corner versus corner and safety versus safety, I'm going to give a 0.5 advantage to the New Orleans Saints again. I just think that their defense is a little bit better as of now. I got to prove it. We got to see proof for the Detroit Lions defense. They could win it, but you got to see consistency. But 0.5 advantage for New Orleans Saints. With that said, I do think this is going to be a shootout, folks. I think that both offenses are going to move the ball. Who has a better defense, the Detroit Lions or New Orleans Saints? Let me know in the comment section. Comment. Who has the better defense? Put hashtag Saints for Saints, put hashtag Lions for Lions. Let me know. Let's jump to special teams of the New Orleans Saints and Detroit Lions. We're going to start with the Lions here. They got kick returner Jamal Agnew. He's 5 attempts for 141. 28.2 yards, not too bad. A lot of just taking back to the 25-yard line, taking the knee, ball out of the end zone. Nothing really special going on here. Kicker Matt Prater for the Detroit Lions, 7 for 9, 77.8 field goal percentage with a long of 44. Not too bad. He did well this past game, but before that he made a couple mistakes. When it comes to punter Jack Fox, this is the strength of these special teams. Matter of fact, he is probably the best punter in the NFL. 13 for 690, 67 long, an average of 53.1. His average is above 2 yards compared to anybody in the NFL. Right now, per stats, he's the best in the NFL, and he is really making it hard for opposing offenses. Driving the ball within the 10-yard line, it seems, every single punt. That is an individual Saints fans you got to pay attention to. Let's jump to New Orleans Saints special teams. They have returner Deontay Harris, who's 5 for 142, 28.4 average. Same with Agnew here. Not a whole lot of spectacular plays. Again, a lot of the balls going out of the end zone, knees taken. This is the new NFL, and you're going to see this consistently throughout the year, pretty much on all matchups. They also have kicker Will Lutz. He's 6 for 6 for 100 yards, 45 long. He is definitely doing a great job. I mean, being perfect, you cannot expect anything better than that. And to me, that's definitely an advantage over Matt Prater. Punter Thomas Morstead, he's 12 for 488, 51 long, average of 40.7. Interestingly enough, their kicker, when it comes to field goals, is better. Our punter is better, and it comes to even when it comes to kick returner. I'm going to say even here when it comes to special teams. Both special teams got a little bit better at one position. Regardless, it is even split. Let's talk about coaching. The Detroit Lions obviously have Matt Patricia. He's 1-2. He's made some questionable decisions of the last 3 years, and the record shows it at 10-24-1. He needs to win and continue to win from the Arizona game. It seems like he has an up and down game. He had a better game last week against the Cardinals. However, we've seen in the past has some very questionable play calling. Obviously, when he goes to New Orleans Saints, they have a great head coach in Sean Payton. He's 1-2 this year. He has made some fantastic play calls. He's made this team just a juggernaut team, consistent playoff contender through the past over decade for the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to give this a 2-point advantage for Sean Payton and the coaching staff. Let's talk about prediction time for the Lions versus the Saints. I actually think this is going to be a really good game to watch. Both teams want to get to 500. Both teams understand that if you go 1-3, that is going to be an issue, and it's really going to be difficult to try to make a playoff run when you lose 3 of the first 4 games. I think this is going to be a tight game. I think that it's going to be 35-31 in favor of the New Orleans Saints. I think the New Orleans Saints do pull the win off. Their defense is a little bit better. Their coaching staff is a little bit better. But I do think being at home at Detroit, obviously no fan noise because of no fans, but it's still at home. You got a little advantage there. With that said, 35-31 New Orleans Saints in a great game on Sunday. Let me know who do you think is going to win the game. With that said, folks, adios.